told. You gotta watch out for these hoes. And keep your eye on your foes. While I stay up on my toes. 10 toes down, baby. I was always told.
Wait, we're gonna get back to the real. I want to talk about how all these motherfuckers that want to talk about domestic abuse when it's a black dude is like the worst in the world. Motherfucker, let me just put this out there. Domestic abuse is real. It's nothing to joke about. It's nothing to talk about. But the point I want to make here is don't talk about it like it's something that black men created to where a few niggas do some crazy shit. That's not all black men. But I do want to say that it's a part of white culture. So when I say that,
that's why I say for me to say
Marilyn fucking Manson.
Took his bottom rib out.
No, we ain't finna go into all that goofy, spooky shit. He bragged about abusing Evan Rachel Wood, but nobody listened to the shit. Motherfuckers he had a whole interview, you know what I'm saying, with a top magazine where he's talking about doing all this sick-ass sadistic shit, but niggas didn't take it seriously. But the girl, Evan Rachel Wood, who was a kid star to start out with, but she became an adult, you know what I'm saying, through Hollywood. So, as she became an adult, when she was 18, she started fucking with Marilyn Manson. This nigga was 36. That's already a red flag. Nigga, you twice her age. So, he told Spin Magazine that he want to kill her like they do in the movies. That was in 2009. So, when we talk about celebrities and all this sick shit that they doing, but motherfuckers overlook that shit off of who it is. You know what I mean? So because it's a motherfucker that you like or you adore, you giving him a pass to do sick ass shit. But when this lady comes out years later and now got a lawsuit, now you motherfuckers want to take her seriously. She told y'all years ago. He told y'all years ago. So I just wanted to throw that out there for motherfuckers who want to talk about black men or black men celebrities are the ones out here doing this fuck shit when y'all overlooking all these white celebrities, and there's plenty of them that's into this sick ass sadistic world, this underworld of child fucking pornography. So anyway, we got railroad. Yeah. I just thought I'd just touch on that. That's not the underground railroad.
No, I'm saying, but
that's two different things. Yeah.
That's the underground railroad.
One thing was pious.
I don't know if it was
another was not righteous at all. So the one that we did with Harriet Tubman, who they want to put on the $20 bill, which is bullshit, Joe Biden. You and Kamala need to go ahead and figure out how you're going to divvy up these reparations. We ain't saying that the government got to give it all to us, but there's a lot of banks, a lot of railroad companies, a lot of insurance companies that took money out and was actually getting money and capitalizing on black people. And not to mention redlining. If you look at, this is what I was telling the motherfucker the other day on Instagram. If you look at, you ain't even got to go back to the 1600s. Nigga, just look at the 1900s. You've prevented black people from getting generational wealth by redlining areas where we couldn't buy houses at. Houses, buying property, real estate, is generational wealth.
It ain't just
when you pay that shit off, nigga, guess what? You can buy another house. And now you got equity in this house that you just paid off. And you got land.
It's
the 1900s was when they started redlining. We couldn't buy properties in certain neighborhoods. So because you prevented us from that generational wealth,
and we had the money.
And then when we was like, fuck it, we'll build our own cities and towns, you gonna burn them down or take them over. Like they did in Central Park in New York. Because that Central Park used to be a whole black subdivision. Yeah. So you gonna run them black people out and they're gonna build a fucking park there? So that's what we talking about as black people when we speak of reparations. I just wanted to touch in on that shit because that was something that we had on our list weeks ago. Now, I do want to talk about Richard Patterson, the first black supercar manufacturer in America. And he's also known for creating the landing gear for the Boeing 777. Now, this brother here, he created the Dodge Viper and the Corvette C6. And Master P and Romeo, they among the list of his investors for his new Tryon supercar line. So I want to give that brother a shout out, man. That's real shit. Like nigga making supercars. Like nigga, if you competing, you making supercars, nigga, you competing with the Italians and the British. Well, the German too, because they make the Porsches. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. But you know, nigga making supercars, that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. But these are really considered hidden figures because they're not talking about brothers like him that's actually making shit and doing shit. You know, matter of fact, what we living in today is black men are, like I said before, Ralph Ellison had a book called The Invisible Man. The book got banned at one point because the book told the story of the black man being the fly on the wall in America. How we invented this country, but we are invisible. You know what I'm saying? When you think about America, only black men you think about when you think about America is niggas playing football or basketball.
And then they say we dumb and don't know nothing. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck we thought out? But that's what I'm saying, the mind that just think freely. Didn't no book tell them what to do on all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They thought freely by themselves and thought of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Black people?
Yeah, or the people that invented something.
Well,
like
we was always inventors.
tell them.
See,
that's what I'm saying. But a book didn't tell an inventor how to invent something.
Well,
they had a mind of what to do.
They did.
They just did it.
But see, the thing is when you capture people from a country or from a land, these people have all types of skills. You don't know the skills they have. You know, you got engineers, you got doctors, you got all kind of shit.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm like this though.
Farmers, hunters.
When you deny the history of that country though, and how prosperous they was.
Yeah.
Before.
Well, it's a campaign.
Before people call themselves keeping a true history of the world, you got to go back to countries that were, you know.
And ours is the one really hidden. Everybody else know the
whole. Well, I mean, but at that point though, like it's up to you or your parents to teach you the other shit that they haven't.
Right.
So it ain't that they denying it, nigga. If the motherfucker before you don't know it, how you gonna tell it to you?
No, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that.
So that's why you supposed to keep up with that. What your grandma say, what your grandma know.
But
that
see,
kind of shit. So your
it's
mom or your dad supposed to know that shit that was bought with them here. They trying to teach you new shit.
But you did
not the shit you already know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
that's new shit that they trying to teach.
When they cheated them on the history too, though.
They not cheating you if you came here with that, my nigga.
But they put us under a history that was written by them.
But did you forget what you knew? If you did, there wouldn't be no inventors.
No,
because
in so much as this.
You know what I mean? Bitch, like
I'm gonna give you.
I'm gonna give you example. Benjamin Banneker, not one of the first motherfuckers do slavery. He was like later on, like in the slavery times. But he designed Washington D.C. from the
Yeah.
stars, nigga. So when he lost the schematics, he finished that shit in his fucking head because he know the constellations and all of that. That shit you brought with you, my nigga.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck what they trying to tell us.
Right.
The shit you brought with you, that knowledge that you brought with you, supposed to be passed down
Passed
to
down.
generation to generation. So
That's
he don't give a fuck what they trying
That's
to
the big question.
push on you, my nigga.
Like,
That don't
that's
mean
the big
shit.
question. Like, how did the Bible change our shit? How did it change the way
where-
Nah, that's just something that we grasp
No,
on.
no,
nowadays.
They put fear into you, bro.
They put
That's what it was.
And you put fear into a
the
motherfucker
separation
and tell them that this is
and
their
the
God.
fear of learning.
Nigga,
This is what real.
that's a lot of control, bro.
Learning ain't always reading, my guy. That's action. A lot
But
of those guys wasn't reading and they was inventing shit.
Yeah,
So you don't have to read nothing to
And-
figure some shit out, my nigga.
Yeah, just like you can
That's
find a
what I said, the
motherfucker
brain.
that from the country that know how to make biscuits from scratch.
Yeah.
And the last bitch been doing
read
jiffy.
that shit.
You know,
She can do that shit.
Hey,
Nigga, every say the same shit.
Hey, what? Hey,
Are we talking about the same shit? Are we talking about the same shit?
so if reading was outlawed doing
you were the
slavery,
biscuit.
if reading was outlawed during slavery, how did the nigga put together the cotton gin?
Yeah.
That's just a fucking skill.
Yeah, nigga knew the shit.
Because he was trying to make the shit easier.
Duh. That means I got the skill to.
I didn't have to
Hold on,
read
big
shit.
hold on.
Hold
Hold on. We got Rome. Rome in the building. Rome, pull up, nigga. Pull up a chair, cuz. Over there on the sideline, nigga. Pull on in here, cuz.
Yeah, we just saying nigga didn't have to read nothing, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I ain't saying that. We had to. They know that we didn't have to read nothing.
I know.
Because
So
we are blessed with what they got, common sense.
Nah, I wouldn't
It's
say
common-
everybody
it's
got
common
that.
Now,
common sense.
Don't
ain't
say
common.
we, nigga.
Hey, you
A lot of
can't
niggas-
continue to keep saying common sense
Yeah.
when there's a phrase that says common sense ain't common.
nigga.
Also, so common sense don't mean shit.
and
at
it
the
don't
end of the
apply to
day.
everybody.
Exactly.
But I'm like this though. When you look at the things that we have did,
But that's not what
To
we was
advance
blessed with.
humanity.
Certain niggas have common sense.
I said humanity.
What black people
I'm
was
not talking about.
what black people was blessed with is the strength to endure. Nigga, we've been here since the beginning.
I call it to
We the
survive.
only nation.
I call it to survive.
Hold on, we the only nation of people that's been here since the beginning.
Up top.
So we know how to endure
And do
through
you think
time
that's a coincidence?
by procreating. Our genes are so strong
Do you think
that
that's
we
a
have kids,
coincidence?
and that's a threat. It's always a threat to the system.
Well, that's the
because
punishment
remember,
for them.
it was so many.
Race.
Listen, when they finally
And
freed.
that's real talk.
Now listen, we gonna unpack this shit. When they finally freed us, it was so many niggas running around that was free. They had to bring over the Polish, the Italians, the Irish, all them Jewish
But this is the thing.
to balance the white out because we was overnumbered them.
What we
Over
over here first?
Man, no. Yeah, but
We were slaves.
but listen,
This was
to debunk that, it don't matter if you was here
It was a
already
tribe here.
or if you got here on a boat.
We got took over.
We all was
We got
slaves.
took over.
Everybody that was here or
We
that came on
fell,
a boat,
we fell for the
we
Kool-Aid.
was the help.
Right.
We was the help.
We fell
So
for
to
the
get
Kool-Aid.
past that, point
But-
is
but
when
this is the thing
when they
about-
let us free and we started building our own cities, like Rosewood, like motherfucking Black Wall Street, like all these other Raleigh, North Carolina.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was it Durham? Durham, North Carolina.
But if we had
Wilmington
one in
too.
LA,
But Durham had a Black Wall Street too. So the thing is when we started
We felt
doing
for
that,
it. We
they
felt.
brought over those people through Ellis Island. Right now, America not running the world, but they a part of that
That was a human
oligarch
race.
because you got Britain who controls everything. Motherfucker,
well, I know by their contracts.
They don't really talk
Uh,
about
they
Britain, but Britain.
Man,
No, but-
niggas, hey, like we was talking about before,
Let
how
them
niggas think French people are weak. Nigga, the French is still
Dig this. Dig this. Dig this.
Hey,
They think they just own we
well,
did.
I'm just saying
ain't
that
no
by
we
the
is.
historical record, like the British is the I ain't gonna say the worst motherfuckers.
Like
why not?
Because
like they the bulldogs. Like,
we the only motherfuckers that dropped.
Who?
America.
What you
We
mean?
dropped 2 nuclears. And that's
And
one thing
that we can think about. Think about this. They talk
There
about this.
has-
They
there
talk about
has
this.
been-
That's not
They
the
talk
first
about this
nuclear
country
blast.
called.
slaughtered.
They talk about the country called Atlantis. How do you think they went underwater? That shit was real. That's
I
not
heard it
fantasy.
picked up out water. I heard it lift off.
No, but they got evidence that there had nuclear blasts before that shit we set off.
Oh
Yeah.
Hey.
In the Middle East, bro.
In the India Mahabharata, they got evidence of nuclear blasts all around the Indian desert, bro. But it's just that we in our time.
Hold on.
Let's say it like that.
This is the funny shit.
We the only ones that
remember
dropped 2.
remember before World War II, we went and got all the scientists from Germany, right?
Yeah, kidnapped they
Einstein,
asses.
all that. We put them in New York.
Yeah,
They was part of the. They was part of the New York Institute.
Yeah.
So
Brian?
so when
Brian?
they got over here, was they already scientists, or did we have to train them to be
No, they was
scientists?
scientists.
They was
But
already scientists. So
they
guess
was
what
like
they
this,
already
though.
did?
But you know what?
Right.
You know
Come
what?
on, bro.
They knew what they was looking at.
But,
they was
but
like,
guess what they already did in
they-
Germany?
Yeah, but they was like
Big Bob theories and
Don't drop this shit again.
Hey,
They
we
was
talk.
like, don't ever do.
We talk about like snitches and shit.
Yeah.
Einstein was a snitch.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Hostage.
You know what?
No,
That's why he looks so
No,
stupid.
that
To
nigga,
protect himself.
No. That nigga snitched, bro.
Yeah.
To give up, you know what I'm saying? Cause
The other
basically, like we said, that nuke over here that we tested, and he tested, obviously wasn't the first one because he had to see the results of some shit.
Yeah.
For him to tell America, he told America they got that shit over there.
Yeah.
So he had to already see the effects of it. So they talking about the first atomic bomb was tested in whatever the fucking year. Nah. They tested that shit in they tested it before they dropped it over here.
Yeah.
But they tested it. He got recognized, I guess, as the first motherfucker who completed the shit.
Well, he did
Who
it with
completed
his
it
partner.
and tested it.
Prize.
But
He did it with Oppenheimer.
he was a talent. He was a snitch who told on them they already got it.
Yeah.
So he just showed these motherfuckers how to make it.
How to make it.
And then they tested it.
Hey, and that's that
And then
whole,
they dropped it.
And that's that
After
whole,
you kept some other motherfuckers to drop it.
Hey, that's that nigga. That's that whole equation. E equal MC squared.
You know that place that say,
And it's still a theory.
Hold on, bro.
Hold
Chime in, nigga.
When they
You
had
over here.
What's good? I see y'all was in the mix, man. I was
Nigga,
letting y'all
goddamn
flow,
right.
man.
you know, we
I'm
gonna
letting y'all flow, man.
Then they act like he a genius when
Yeah.
90% of his theories haven't been proven.
Yeah. Just like
So who the fuck is he?
just like the
Besides a snitch.
They just say he
But
built.
look,
Hey, they had a
formula
couple.
to
They had a
test
few
off.
scientists
You
at
understand?
that Manhattan Institute.
he
wasn't the only one. It was a few.
He had the best formula. There was a base. He had the best base. of the
Hey,
formula.
but
That's all it was.
this is what motherfuckers won't tell you. Those are the ones that fund wars and actually create conflict throughout the world.
Well, that's
If you
that's,
didn't know, Google that shit, nigga. I didn't just
I
So
was
what
about to
I
tell you that
so
the dude that helped him do it,
yeah.
Oppenheimer,
Exactly.
he did the others. It was Fat Man and Little Boy.
Yeah, and the thing is, the whole thing about it is this, and Cuz took us down this fucking rabbit hole. You nigga,
My brother did.
this nigga right here.
I don't remember that.
About the whole, you was
I
deep.
didn't-
Y'all was
I
going
didn't-
back and forth.
You did look.
I said Russia something, and then everybody
Yeah,
talking about everybody
You
else.
kept talking about Russia, so nigga, now we talking about Russia.
We
So-
might not even want to talk about Russia.
Yeah, we might not, cause Joe Biden's son
Yeah, we
got
can,
the plug on Russia and
Segway.
In order to fight the fucking powers that be, we all got to be on the same page. We can't all be on the same page if you still got full trust in the same government that gave half of niggas in Alabama syphilis and the goddamn Tuskegee goddamn Institute.
I don't know that any of them got the
we gonna wait on you.
Foresight.
No, it ain't about foresight, bro.
It gotta be
everything is coming to pass. My nigga, information. We in the information age, right?
Yeah.
Have we not figured out that King George, him, hold on, cuz, can I say it so it's clear, so niggas can hear the whole point of what I'm trying to make? If King George wrote the Bible in 1611, black people came to America in 1619. Nigga, tell me, was that motherfucker written right before the takeover?
I always tell everybody, hold on, cuz,
King James.
I always tell everybody that when they say that his name is in front of Jesus's, his King James version.
Yeah.
His version.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know that mean that
but to go even deeper, Jesus, that's fictional, cuz. That's not no shit that really went on.
Yeah, you worried about putting his name in front of somebody that you don't know whether they existed.
Yeah, bro. First of
Jesus ain't God.
First of all, Jesus.
To be God, though.
First of all, the J wasn't even a letter,
and I know
when the shit was all invented. So to debunk the whole thing is they got that story set up and propped up. But listen. It's all designed the same way. The same way they got Jesus is the same way the Democrat Party pandered to black people. We gotta be smarter than this to fall for this shit in 2021. These motherfuckers who colonized us and pillaged us actually used the scripture to take our women. The point I'm trying to make is this. We're gonna unpack this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because this is it. Black people get caught up in some shit that they doing.
We pick and choose.
That somebody else did, and you only doing it because they did it, but you don't understand why they did it.
Tradition.
I look at it like
so your
this.
tradition is tainted.
Is what I'm saying.
So we have to break those chains. And when we say break the chains, we're not just saying, oh, we can go to the stores now, we can shop now. One person out of 100 may get harassed, but 99 of us didn't, so we still cool. We still gonna go shop and do all this dumb shit. So the point I'm trying to make is this. Black people, in order for us to win, we gotta work together. Like, ain't nobody else looking out for us. It's black people versus everybody. That's one of our slogans, nigga. It's black versus everybody.
I said that earlier. That's what people don't understand. Like, back in those days in Africa, the shit started because we was already separated.
Tribal, yeah.
You tripping off of where tribal nigga from instead of being. Hey, my nigga, put it like this: if we different tribes, right? Yeah. But when invaders come, I'm rocking with you. Ain't that what happened? And we even gonna talk about it in a fictional manner.
That's what they do.
No,
when we show up.
I'm telling you, in Wakanda, on the movie Black Panther. Yeah. When those invading forces came, all of those niggas, we from the mountains, we from over here, we from there. Yeah. Well, all those niggas came together when those invading forces came. Like, we don't give a fuck who you pray to. Yeah. But when there's an invader trying to do harm to us as a race or as a people, then we are one. Fuck all the rest of that shit. Yeah. Fuck, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Fuck, I'm a Muslim. Fuck, I'm a this. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Fuck about none of that.
When you took them white-skinned, light-skinned black girls and put them against
when we started putting religion over who we are, that's what fucked us up.
Or tribalism.
Yeah, because nigga, I'm Pentecostal. Well, I'm COGIC.
But how did you know what you was Pentecostal?
Fuck all that. We black.
How you know you was Pentecostal though?
But that's what I'm talking about. That niggas. I'm not Pentecostal.
That's just a form
I'm
of
talking about
worship.
niggas who worship that.
You chose to be.
I'm Baptist. Well, I'm Southern
listen,
Baptist.
bro.
Nigga, fuck all that. We gonna segue.
Go back.
Hold on.
Go back.
What is like give it?
That's what we can go back to. Tribal.
Yeah.
Yellow bones.
Where these yellow bones at in Africa, my nigga?
Where them yellow bones come from?
Where the yellow bones at?
Where they
Where the
at?
red
Hey,
bones
the
at?
fucked up thing, they still not there until today.
Where the red bones
today.
at?
Yeah.
Where the
And
red
y'all
bones at in
don't- hold
Africa
on.
today?
And y'all don't think that?
Where they at today?
They out in the
Visiting Africa from somewhere else.
Hey, yeah,
we
You
gonna
talking
segue.
about some Arabs.
I tell you
And
what.
we gonna
I tell you
segue.
what. I tell you
Some
what.
Indians in there.
If you don't got Google
Some
on your
Persians.
fucking phone, don't ask me nothing again.
Man,
Look it
stop
up.
Everybody got Google on
Good.
their
Yeah,
phone.
they don't.
Smart guy.
It's simple. Just eat your L.
Eat it.
I
you
ain't
wanna
no
eat it?
Now
goddamn-
they said they got
But
dark
guys-
skinned, brown hair, blue eyed motherfuckers.
Hey, bro.
I ain't eat no goddamn L.
Only, hey.
Dark eyed.
If y'all would be quiet
Only
real quick,
pale motherfuckers was
If y'all be
albino,
quiet real quick.
nigga.
Hold on.
We talking
If y'all
about
be quiet
yellow
real
bones.
quick.
What you talking about?
if y'all be quiet real quick, I said that I did the shit on Google.
I thought you
What?
were saying you made
What you
one.
do on Google?
I did.
Now, have I ever been to Africa? So stop talking shit and move on.
You ain't never been on
Bro,
no
we
plane.
can talk shit we want.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
nigga,
Yeah.
if you trying to stand on some shit that
They
don't got
got
no
no
legs, nigga, we can talk
No
shit all
legs.
day.
No legs.
You gonna talk shit?
I want you to
Are
do
you not
what-
talk shit if we standing on some shit that don't got no legs?
Yes, you
Are you
are.
not?
Everybody-
Okay
Yes, you
then,
are.
nigga, come on, bro.
Everybody get
This
Yeah.
shit ain't personal, my nigga. We just
Yeah.
said,
Take yourself
show
out of
us a place in Africa where you see these yellow bitches over here that's over there.
Yeah.
I didn't say over here.
A tribe.
It's over there. I said yellow bitches over there. That's just
Where?
Gotta be a tribe. too.
thick as a motherfucker.
They not yellow,
Not
man.
yellow, nigga.
They brown.
You talking about animal? That's not.
yellow.
That's a
They
whole
brown
nother
like your
shade.
shirt.
So you did all that to come up with a whole nother shade.
Yeah.
Mexican say Spanish, brown pride.
Now, hold on.
We already knew they were brown.
What?
Wait a
Ice
minute.
skin,
Wait a minute.
red bone.
Now yellow and brown is gonna be.
Not the same.
Not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
That just
You
says.
say light
It's not the
skin.
same.
You say light skin. That's a third.
That's
nigga.
yellow
You know what?
bones over
And
there.
you know what?
Yeah, eat your L.
Hey, them bitches moved over there.
Hey, just go ahead and do that one time.
Nah, cuz. Y'all stupid on
Do
that
that shit one time.
They got some.
How we
Hey, they got
stupid
them,
though?
Right.
them Persians over there. That's what
I got a question for Rome.
Bro.
Rome, I got a question for you. You heard about this nigga Charleston White?
Say again.
Charleston White?
I heard
You heard
that
about
name
him?
before.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'm gonna run by him.
I heard
And
about it.
it's a nigga that's from Dallas, Texas, that this nigga talking cash shit to everybody.
Yeah, that's that little
Yeah.
that old dude.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
But he had some.
And-
I didn't know that
popping,
nigga
though.
government. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he
That
got
nigga-
ties though.
That nigga, that's his name, but he is basically making a lot of people
he was
mad
talking shit in
on
Texas.
social media.
He make a lot of shit.
And it's
Oh,
and some of the
skinny
shit.
little black dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
he a
depends on-
community activist too though.
Yeah,
So
he
I
is.
Put that in there.
Bro, he trying to be.
No,
Yeah, he
no,
really-
he back in the
really
day.
ain't-
Back
he
in
wasn't
the
doing
day.
it already.
He's trying to be now.
Now,
But
yeah.
you can't
He
be.
supposed to- he
My
had
nigga,
some type of
you
shit.
can't be an activist and then tell niggas you gonna shoot him.
Right.
Yeah.
He just told who the fuck he just told that he was gonna shoot him.
Alive.
Yeah, he just told somebody he was gonna shoot
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
So
Nah.
you can't be on no act. No,
Is
it
that
wasn't.
alive?
No, it was another black
It was another
man.
Black dude, yeah.
It was another black man. He just told he was gonna shoot. It
and
wasn't
it's-
black.
and it's,
He was-
and he was-
do it with a lot of
And he
people,
been
too.
talking about the Nation of Islam.
Charleston, South Carolina.
But nah, he just
Nah,
told
that man was Charleston White, nigga.
He just told her
That's
that.
He from Dallas, Texas.
I'm about to say he be talking about a lot of shit that's going on in Texas.
Yeah,
He
he's from
say
Dallas.
he say some real
Like this-
shit, but then
This
he
mo
Yeah.
I'm saying he used to say real shit,
But he kind of threw himself off into this.
Nah, he back and forth. What he doing is he's frustrated. So the only way for a nigga who is a real nigga to get out here and say some shit is to get a microphone.
It's like he went viral.
Is to get a microphone because
started going.
If you frustrated and you out here and you incoherently saying shit, you go get a mic and now you a megaphone. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So basically,
I heard he shut the lie down though. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I mean, there's a lot of niggas that shut the lie down.
The nigga just said he just. I just think, but I don't think that he really on what he's on. Like I said, if you on some activist shit, you're not gonna be. You can't be on both sides of the fence. Right. That's the same. Right. Are we gonna? I tie this in with another shit too. Like, but if you on one side of the fence, you can't be on both sides. Yeah. So I think like a whole lot of people on the internet, everybody is trying something.
The cloud chase.
That's getting. That's generating monetary
making
gain.
It viral.
So if you think that this can get you some money, then you're gonna do it. That's why people keep doing all this wild shit. Yeah. The same thing is like
shock value.
Same thing is but he keeps doing shit for shock value to get attention. Yeah. So I don't really think he's no activist. Right. But the same thing a motherfucker was just saying about Meek Mills. Right. You can't talk reform if you're not reformed yourself. Right. Because you keep playing into the game of this little rainbow guy that you keep calling a rat. When that shouldn't be your focus if you a reformed street nigga. Or if you a boss. He talk about he a boss. You got a whole label, but you fucking around and going back and forth with a snitch. Yeah. He should be nobody to you.
Right. You shouldn't even notice him.
Nigga.
Yeah, I don't notice.
Even your little homies shouldn't be arguing with him.
Because for one, if the world know you a snitch, I don't never gotta call you a snitch. Right. What I gotta tell you, what I gotta tell about you that don't nobody know.
Everybody knows.
So to keep engaging with you,
back and forth. Yeah.
And then when you in that situation, y'all niggas, y'all trying to get me locked up. No,
nigga, you gonna get yourself locked up.
No, you just can't cry. You can't cry wolf. When you the one pressing him.
Right. And to go a step further, Meek Mills, like at the end of the day, bro.
He jumped in that Chicago shit with him.
No, we ain't even gonna talk about that.
No. He was doing a lot of shit.
We ain't even gonna talk about that. Meek Mill's supposed to be.
No, I'm talking about 6ix9ine.
But
Meek Mill is kind of mixed in with it too.
I'm never mixed in with it.
Meek Mill is supposed to be a boss.
I know.
That's what I was talking about. One of the dudes at my job, he was on that shit.
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Clubhouse.
They said
he have a big name in that discussion topics.
Yeah, they said he was fucking with him on Clubhouse. Yeah. So then when you out, the little nigga you fucking with run up on you. And you don't want to do nothing.
Mm-hmm. All that big bad Billy shit you was talking about.
You talking about, you in the video talking about, what y'all trying to get me locked up?
I thought he was just trying to talk shit out.
That's not street.
That's what I thought at first.
No, it's not.
When I seen the first, because that's
what Meek Mills come off to me as a nigga that now he's in the limelight. He actually done ranked. He's above Rick Ross now. Mm-hmm. So, nigga, you in the space of you at that level where you got to go to that because they finna make you a billionaire. Like Jay-Z. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, that's what I was talking about earlier with why does a nigga have to be all frail and soft and passive aggressive when we get the billions?
We got to adapt. We got to adapt.
Nah, that's just what make them comfortable. Yeah. When you're around.
We gotta adapt to
it. That's the only way they come.
Because they don't want no alpha black male around them.
Alphas, though.
In them goddamn meetings and cocktail parties and all that bullshit so that they do.
But they can be alphas though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but you can't. Because you a threat if you an alpha. Yeah. You a beta male, you cool. They would rather women be alpha.
That's
in
why
them spaces.
That's why I call it
us.
Race.
Because women as an alpha is not a threat.
They don't take them serious.
Yeah. But a man as an alpha, I'm physically a threat.
A chick told
First of all,
an alpha the other day.
Man, you laugh at her? Did you laugh at her? I'm thinking you did.
You know,
Because ain't no such thing. That's an oxymoron. A woman cannot be an alpha female. It's not inducive to you being feminine.
Right.
Yeah,
So it's no way you can be an alpha. Only way you can be an alpha is by the today's standards of a false woman being in charge of some shit. But you gonna use your job shit as your personal life.
Right.
They don't make you no
Your
alpha.
job had nothing to do with you being an alpha.
Yeah.
Hey, for one, and for two, I told her, when have you heard that before?
Right.
Before, like last year.
Right. And
There's never been a.
Hey.
There's always been a such thing as a. There's always been a such thing as an alpha male.
Right.
But when have you heard
alpha female?
Alpha female before the last 2 years?
That's some shit they trying to introduce.
You know what I mean? So you can't say that's what you are.
Exactly.
If it's something new.
And check this out.
When they,
at the end of the day,
when they
You
introduce,
35.
And you 35.
Hold
40.
up though. When they
I'm just
introduced
saying, you
that
35 to 40 and shit.
when they introduced that toxic male,
Toxic masculinity, that's something new.
I'm like,
I can't be that.
But
said,
that's
what
a way.
the fuck is
But
that
see,
though?
for them to introduce that, that's a way to knock you down to
Exactly.
build them up.
I know what
So
it
You
is.
know what I'm saying? So
That's giving
if you
me-
gotta knock me down to build you up, then
Right.
your shit ain't natural.
And,
Your shit is not natural.
under
What
standards,
you
ain't
have
got no standards.
is a plausible deniability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you trying to do is you trying to motherfucking show us that you can replicate what we naturally are.
Yeah.
And,
And you cannot
that's
do
why
that.
the kids fucked up.
Exactly. You can't do that. So, hey, man, keep going. Cause I got a whole.
I think it started with them. I think it started with these
I got
women.
some shit.
I think it started with these women talking
I
about.
do too.
I got some shit.
Hey, I
do too.
think it started with these women talking about Happy Father's Day today.
Yeah, so they motherfucking self.
That's
That's some bullshit.
It started with them type of
It
shit.
was a
That's
little
bullshit.
bit. It was a little bit before that.
It started with them type of bitches though.
But
It did. It did.
hey, cuz when I seen brides out here, and I'm like, y'all doing the worst jobs.
Hey, I want. Hey.
I mean, you can't call yourself when you parenting, right?
Yeah.
There's no gender in it if you're the only parent.
And you think that this is what's gonna get
Just
you
a parent.
equal,
You're just a fucking parent.
Right.
equal in the house though.
Hey,
Cause you a roofer?
check this
That'll
out.
give you dominance in that.
Hey, check this out.
No, it don't.
You know what I'm saying? If you say you the father and the mother,
But they don't give you. They don't give you nothing
That'll give you
but.
a sense.
They don't give you nothing but accolades.
Niggas
From,
they trying to establish the dominance.
From the peanut gallery.
Especially when they got sons.
The peanut gallery is gonna give you accolades saying I'm a mama and a daddy. I'm the motherfucker. I'm father, day, and mother.
they
I don't
want
think a woman
accolades
with all
from
Peanut
girls say
gallery.
from their house.
think a
Yeah,
woman-
No, they
don't
don't say that when they raise the boys.
That's the problem.
That is the
Y'all-
problem.
It's a corrupt.
You not.
It's a corrupt.
You
goddamn
got boys.
whole tra-
Men, yeah.
No, you're not raising
Yeah,
men.
you ain't raising
You
men.
you got boys.
Yeah.
Because at any given time, when you have a mother and a father in the house, the son is always gonna buck when he gets to a certain age. Now,
that's
when
when
he
the
gets to
daddy
that
shut
certain
him
age, that's when the daddy shut him down.
Yeah.
Cause nigga, guess what? You still a motherfucking teenager.
Right.
I will fuck you up.
They got the grown man strength.
Yeah, you ain't got the grown man strength. We all gotta learn
Yeah,
that.
I got the grown man talk. You ain't even got to go to the street.
No, but you
Till-
but some
until-
niggas will test you.
No, I said until a
Trey.
certain age.
You mean the motherfucking gun, Trey? Hey, I want to segue. Because I'm gonna talk about since we talking about gender, I want to talk about this real shit. Candace Wiggins. She played for the WNBA, but she was straight. She says, this is what Candace Wiggins said. Candace Wiggins say that her whole time in the WNBA was motherfuckers who was lesbian. She said, it wasn't like my dreams came true in the WNBA. It was quite the opposite. I wanted to play 2 more seasons of the WNBA, but the experience didn't lead itself to my mental state. It can be quite hard. I didn't like the culture inside the WNBA. And without revealing too much, it was toxic for me. So this is the rebuttal to where all these feminists is saying it's toxic masculinity around here. She was a straight woman playing in the WNBA. It was toxic feminism there.
And she's trying to
feminism
dudes,
because no, it was women playing in the league that was gay, and because she didn't come out as a gay chick, they fucked with her. So her whole time playing for this team or that team, the culture was if you wasn't gay like them, then you wasn't part of the crew. Like, we ain't finna fuck with you, we ain't finna hang out with you, all that kind of shit.
A clique.
So
they got like gay cliques.
So what I wanna say is, I'm gonna read this one last point.
I'm talking about.
Hold on, bro. Yeah. This is her last point she made. Me being heterosexual and straight and being vocal in my identity as a straight woman was huge. I would say 98% of the women in the WNBA are gay women. Damn. It was a conformist type of place. There was a whole different set of rules the other players could apply.
Meet in the locker room.
Yeah, 98% is gay. 98% of the
everybody
league.
there fucking.
But I ain't gonna crack on it. So much as this though. Them is like
I'm cracking on them.
I mean, but when you a chick that's writing a letter like that though, cause ain't no help for you.
All right, let me.
You know what I'm saying? I like this.
Right, man. Let me.
And she got somebody on her.
Let me get in and speak on this, man. We heterosexual black men are
both mics. You are something that you
have been under attack for a long time.
Yeah, we have been.
Right?
We have been.
We get a lot of flack in the black community for not being accepting of what you would now call the LGBT and all of this.
All this letter, people.
You know, they deserve the right to embrace whatever.
Right.
You know, and that's your right.
Right.
But
do what you did.
You can't be
pushing it upon
hypocritical, so to speak, because gay people have been talking about how they've been bullied, how they committed suicide, but you turn around and bully somebody that's heterosexual.
Right. So for me to be proud of being a heterosexual male, I'm shunned now.
Oh, they call it.
You know what I'm saying? Because
just
you
like
want to pick up your shit.
The WNBA. This is not the first time I heard that there's a culture of lesbians in the WNBA.
Yeah.
And she said what, 98%?
98%.
That's everybody. That's everybody.
Everybody.
So you can understand.
One or two people.
Reggie Miller's sister was in there trying to fuck some.
Nigga, Reggie Miller's sister was.
This nigga gonna put out one person.
Yeah, probably walking around like hey,
let me finish with we get hit every day with
but that ain't
what you call pressures for new social norms.
Right.
You know, and a lot of this stuff is really counterproductive. It's really destructive.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? They basically trying to remove all existence of a nuclear family.
Right. Right.
You know, and it's
male, female.
Yeah, they're blending this gender confusion that they're pushing on children.
Fluidity is what they call it.
But you gotta understand that they looking at it like they are like offsets. They are
it's not they. It's not a topic of they. Is they trying to make it the norm, nigga?
I don't have a problem with any adult person engaging in consensual activity with another adult person.
Yeah.
That's your business.
Yeah. But it shouldn't
You
be
know,
advertised.
or pushed off on, or projected on to people who don't engage in such lifestyle.
Hold on. If it's not the norm,
don't ask, don't tell.
If it's not the norm, I don't give a fuck if you gay.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you
I
straight.
ask you,
I don't give a fuck. So nigga, keep that shit to yourself.
You know what? I think a lot of them chicks want to just be on the regular woman shit, but they look at it because they like might be tall basketball players and stuff. Whatever.
No, it's
that
tall
they look
niggas.
at it, that they look at it like, we can't find everybody this.
No.
Women always got an excuse.
But see, all the women that play in the WNBA and tall.
Kinda at first.
Remember, men are naturally taller than women are. So the tallest woman in the WNBA is probably 6'6", where the tallest man is 7 feet something. So the point is this. Are we adopting? The point is this. Are we adopting another culture to say that this is our shit?
But this is the thing, though. They not dealing with dudes, though. They jump into the
another culture. That's not
line.
African culture. Homosexuality is not African culture. Period. Point blank.
The thing is, if it's normal, why do you got advertising?
Right.
For one. For two.
Because they looking for help.
No, there ain't no help. You're not looking for help.
They looking
do
for.
You got to advertise? Do you a heterosexual? Do you have to advertise that?
No.
Okay then. So what are we talking about?
I'm gonna get on
For one. For two, motherfucker. If most of the people we already know, we ain't gonna say most, or it's a lot of people in our generation before, that are that way,
right?
Because they were victims.
Yeah.
So if most of those peoples from these two generations that we know about, that as far as we could probably go back, is these our generation and the generation before us, most of those people that we know that are that way were victims. So if they were victims, what do they make gay people? Predators?
They make them predators.
They make them victims, though.
How do it make them
all of
victims? If the people in our generation were victims, what makes those people that make them that way? They're not victims. They victims, but they were predators. They were predator by somebody else, and so on and so on.
Or they say they like that.
So why are we pushing a culture of predators? Is the point?
My thing is, I don't push nothing.
We not saying you, bro.
Why is
It's a panel question, my guy.
Being pushed
We're
on the
not
kids.
talking about us directly, cuz.
But I'm trying to say something.
But why you trying to fit yourself into it?
But
Take D2700 out of it.
I'm just like this, though.
It's not about you. It's about the culture we living in. Cause is the culture not bigger than everything that we got going on right now?
Culture supposed to be.
Culture drives the whole genre of everything that this whole era. This era. If we hold on. If everybody died today, and 50 years from now, niggas start popping up, coming around, and figuring out what happened in 2020, 2021, whatever, nigga, the culture started being flimsy in 2018, 19. Nigga, think about it. Hold on. Let me talk, cuz. Think about it. The British Empire has pushed. The British Empire has pushed this flimsy shit on everybody. From niggas wearing satchels to where niggas is like counting it off. Hold on. Niggas is counting that off as, oh, he just wearing a satchel. Nigga, that's a purse.
No.
Right. So to where the 19th century America motherfuckers was doing homosexual shit.
Floating off.
No, I'm not
taking
floating.
opioids.
Cause you can't keep up don't mean I'm going too far.
I do know all of the history too.
Hey.
Poppy seeds.
Keep up.
Well, a kilt
Keep
ain't
up
shit.
with the shit.
Yeah.
Keep up with the shit.
Ain't shit.
So
A kilt.
I said it to say this.
A man.
Now, more than ever, and we've been talking about this on the Turn Up Kings, is that everything is gender fluidity. It's becoming to where everybody is supposed to be ambiguous. You're supposed to be non-sexual.
We didn't.
To the
No
point
religion.
where
No.
no religious is a motherfucker. You a Christian, but you non-sexual. So the fucked up part that they got everybody fucked up is this is the trick bag. If niggas ain't woke and understanding that the trick bag is, it don't matter what you want to call yourself as long as you put your gender first. Christians now, the church now accepts gay people. When we was growing up 20, 30 years ago, nigga, you couldn't be open and gay in church.
Depending on what church that was.
Depending on what church it was.
I know
So,
where.
you know that church we went to, the what we call that church.
Yeah, we call that church.
That church.
But the norm was,
Niggas had
you couldn't be
freezes.
open and gay.
Freezes.
So now it's becoming, it was a church we
It
went
was
to.
a church. Our church
Man,
used
my
to visit
mama
all
used
the
to
time.
You did that.
And hold on.
It was that church. We used to call it that church.
And this is what we talk about with single moms. And is women have to be cognizant of the path that they send their boys down. Because if you're sending your boys down a path where it's a Greco-Roman class of activity, then your boy, your son, can be gay. Because he's going through a culture of shit that is it's not his DNA, cuz. It's not our shit. We're not indigenous to that.
Well, if you look at the public schools want little boys to sit still for a matter of like 8 hours, maybe get like an hour.
We the warrior class.
Yeah, little boys really don't learn like that.
Right.
So
Hands-on
basically,
and shit.
from the gate, they're effeminizing the young boys.
And that's what I'm talking about.
You know, they want the boys to act like little girls, and they tell the little girls to be strong and independent, and you know
all the shit they supposed to be telling boys to be.
correct. You know, and they're
speak
pushing
on that
it
shit.
in the
You
school.
dig that. Hold up though. You dig that. We already seen where that shit don't work for the women. How many
But let's not talk about them. It don't work for our culture, is what we saying. That's the bigger picture. It don't work for our men or our women, cuz.
You can't have
What
a
don't-
community
what
of strong men that
what
were
don't work for
feminized
our
Yeah.
culture?
youth.
What
You
don't-
can't have beta males and alpha females.
what
That's
don't-
dysfunction.
And they don't.
That's already what they
I'm
say.
trying to tell you.
It goes against humanity. If you look at the way shit is structured and calculated,
I'm fighting them.
you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
trying to tell you
Because
that
you
the
trying to
same
prove a
thing
point
that
of some shit
the
that
thing
is irrelevant,
right,
cuz. Cuz when you have an imbalanced society, what do you have? Genocide.
Right.
I go,
Genocide.
I goes
You
back
remove
to
your warrior class.
Yeah.
we are-
You
are-
make men docile
Hold on,
and make
hold on.
women aggressive.
Hold
Everybody-
hold on.
We
That ain't
stagnant now.
Amazon.
Now men are no longer strong enough to produce a seed to impregnate the women of the future.
No, men ain't got the tolerance.
Nigga, isn't that
Deal with the
isn't
body,
that
gotta
everything
deal with
that you
it.
give when you fucking a woman? Are you not giving her your seed? So if the society is docile for men and beta male, so the descendants that we are producing, if we beta males, is gonna be weak ass males. Might as well just keep producing women. Am I right?
When you are
Am I
alpha
right?
male, what you gotta do? You gotta deal with laws,
Nah, bro. No, bro. What I'm
Gotta
saying
do all that shit.
is the Turn Up
no.
Kings and other platforms, we trying to save the masculinity.
Hey, hold on. If there was no need for the alpha male, ain't that who they was trying to produce during slavery?
Yeah.
If you was a beta, you was a
killing
worker.
you.
You was a worker, son.
Yeah.
Right.
Nigga, you got your dick and your balls cut off and you worked the rest of your
Niggas
life.
didn't want to be that
You
no
couldn't
more.
produce with the bitches.
Exactly.
They done turned that around, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Niggas didn't want to be that no more.
So, because
they didn't
now,
want to be masculine.
now they using it to their advantage.
Right.
Everything is calculated.
Man.
They needed
Talk that
alpha
shit.
males then for the work.
Yeah.
Now we don't need you niggas because we going in a different direction.
Right. And you gonna be against. And you gonna be
We're going with
against.
somebody else.
And you, as an alpha male, gonna be against our
They're going
plan.
in a different direction of society in their
Exactly.
plan. So now we're gonna eliminate those guys. We don't need them no more. We needed them for what we needed them for. Now, let's turn all these niggas into bitches.
Or we'll use y'all for our entertainment. You can run the football, or you can dribble the
and
basketball.
half them niggas is
But when the
feminine.
game is over, you football niggas, we need you to go over here. And these basketball niggas, we need y'all to go into a bubble. Because we're not trying to deal with y'all on a societal basis.
Yeah, the same things that make a black man a superstar athlete.
Right.
He's big.
Right.
He's strong. He's fast.
Right.
He got endurance.
And being that, he can be a superstar.
Right.
On the field or on
On
the
the
court.
field.
The moment you step off the court, you are now a threat.
You are now a
to
threat
society
to us.
because of those same
So
attributes.
I'd rather have you in a
Because
bubble,
he's big,
or
he's strong, and he's fast.
you gotta procreate with my daughter because I'm gonna see that you're not trying to get a black family again.
Or just think of the summer
Dilute
game.
your shit.
Think of the summer game.
Dilute your genes.
Like they wouldn't
Like,
kill
if you think of the summer game, they couldn't play the summer games,
bro.
Cause they forget summer.
Nigga, the summer games didn't play because of COVID.
So they got the summer.
That's something
Nah,
else.
but we just saying as far as he talking
Yeah.
about
They
like
can,
alpha
all
male.
season.
He just
talking
not.
about-
He
we
just
talking
talking.
about-
season and
It
shit.
ain't even about
No,
that.
we talking about
It's the bigger picture,
alphas
it's
and
alpha
alphas and
males.
betas. Like nigga, they want the betas now.
They want beta niggas.
Yeah.
Cause beta niggas is soft. Beta niggas are the niggas that
every-
are the honeydew niggas.
Yeah.
You ever talk to a white man and his wife?
Piggyback
you
off
went
your
to the
shit.
top floor
Yeah,
on
no,
that.
it's
Yeah.
real shit. I'm gonna piggyback
Real
off your
shit,
shit.
nigga.
I do deliveries for a living. We go to these people's houses. There's men in the house. They don't deal with us.
Yeah, they pussies.
No, they wife deal with you.
I
They
did
let
not just say
their
that.
wives deal with you.
Did I just
In
say
those
that?
white households, they wife deal with you.
That's crazy.
So they're not used to dealing with. It ain't that they hate niggas, because if I hate niggas to that max,
My wife.
my wife is not gonna be the motherfucker you meet at the door.
Right.
But
I'm about to keep her the farthest the fuck away from me.
Shotgun. Oh, it's you.
Them niggas is not in,
No.
them
That's
niggas in
real
their
talk.
households
You say
is
you got a
not in
refrigerator?
charge.
Hey,
They not in charge,
hey,
bro.
they not real men. So the threat is a beta male who got all the money, all the shit in the world, coming across a motherfucking real nigga. A nigga who is an alpha. Nigga, it's a threat. I don't want to deal with him. I'm going to send my wife out there.
That's what-
and if
that's-
that bitch is weak enough
but
to
hold
let
on.
him mesmerize
That
her,
ain't
she can
nothing.
go. Because I can get another bitch.
But that ain't,
That's
that
how they
ain't-
think.
That
Am I
ain't
right?
nothing that's new to us, though.
No, it's not. But, bro,
It is.
you
It's
got to
some new shit,
understand
and
that shit is going on today.
no, he saying it's not. It's
It
new.
ain't nothing that's new to us. Bro.
It is.
It
bro.
is new.
Cause we not
Well,
my nigga. If we don't grow around them, we don't live around them for the
No,
most
no,
part.
no,
we
no.
know
We're
that
talking about the shit
So
10 years
that
ago.
shit is new.
It's new.
Cause
I'm not used to a man taking a back seat and a woman being in charge of what the fuck is going on in the household. That's what happens when you go to these people's households.
Hey, you know
so
what-
yeah, the fuck it is new.
Hey, you
nigga.
know what's crazy that you say that? What they do,
You can't
send
talk
the
about
woman.
that.
And if you get through to her, then you got him. And that's how you got the whole cuckold goddamn society out of this whole shit. Because red pill, hey, I'm talking red pill, nigga.
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying they finessing our women until being alphas because they're used to their women being alpha.
We're not even on board.
They've taken us out of the equation. We're no longer in the whole top management scheme. It's no black men in a lot of these companies that's around right now. Ain't no black men in the typical rank of being in top management no more.
I mean, it's set up to benefit Caucasian men. That's who built it.
Yeah,
So,
and if they gonna let anybody minority in, it's a black woman.
Yeah, they can check, like I said,
Yeah.
they can check off.
And that's another threat. You're not a threat. Because a white man talking to you as a black woman, he gonna tell you everything you want to hear. And think about it. If he's telling a man that, we gonna be like, hold on, man, hold on. I don't
Even
understand
if it's some good
Say that
shit,
shit
we
again to
gonna
me
want
so I can understand it. But a black woman gonna go along with it. Because now she's making $60,000, $70,000 a year. And now she's independent. Now she can take care of herself. Now she can fit in with the whole thing of saying, I don't need a man.
Well, see, this is what happens. Mm-hmm. They weaponize a lot of black women's sass and, you know.
All that.
The main ones that are like in collections and things like that for these corporations' accounts are black women. And their attitude to get their money collected. But what happens is, these black women that hold these positions in these corporations take what they use at work and bring it home to their men or their husbands and think they're going to run the household because I make $70,000, $100,000 now, and it don't work like that.
Yeah, the problem. I think the problem is with me is they act like it's not normal for a woman to be able to take care of themselves.
Right,
you're a fucking adult.
Mm-hmm.
So to want kudos because you're an independent woman, that's some shit you supposed to just be able to do as a fucking adult.
Right, it
don't got shit to do with another person, let alone another male. You know what I'm saying? Or another female. You as an adult supposed to be able to support yourself as a fucking adult. So you want kudos because you're an independent woman and you can do everything for yourself and take care of yourself. Bitch, that's supposed to be a given. The fuck are we talking about today?
But in order for them to get to that point of being independent, men had to civilize society before that to happen. For them to feel safe enough to go to whatever building they go to every day, and them to get these titles and you just say I don't need a man. Men had to set that up.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, at the same time, that's not why you with a person. Motherfucker, I don't need you either. But what the fuck does that matter? Right. I'm not supposed to need you. You're not supposed to need me.
But we should be able to depend on each other.
Yeah. So I don't understand that analogies that these women come with. Like, you're a fucking adult like I am. You're supposed to be able to support yourself, provide for yourself, all of that shit, whether you have a man or whether you don't have a man.
That's
because
basic.
You're a fucking adult. So that's basic shit. So ain't nobody but I know a man about to applaud you because you independent. Yeah. That's called being an adult, motherfucker. Like I don't get the analogies that they have.
But you know what I'm saying? A lot of women do advertise themselves like that. I got my own car, like you're supposed to.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
But you did that. Like he was saying, I can advertise myself too for being independent.
Yeah,
but that would sound silly.
But that
If
would
you as a
sound
man,
like weird
yeah, you
and
go,
gay.
yeah,
I'm an independent.
I'm an independent man.
That sound like you don't like bitches.
What is that? What is that?
All my niggas independent. Oh,
Yeah, that sound like you don't like bitches. And we run around talking about you an independent male.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
yes it does.
I pick and choose
No.
what bride I'ma deal with.
No, you know why it sounds.
I'ma deal with.
You know why it sounds crazy? Because we know.
We don't proclaim.
No, it's because we know, as males, that's just fucking being an adult.
We don't have to,
They don't fucking
we
know
don't have
that.
to proclaim it.
We don't gotta proclaim some shit. We know that it's supposed to be.
So
We men, and that comes with being an adult. Bitch, you're supposed to be independent.
Right.
Like
You know, who do you? Hold on. Who are you supposed to be dependent on?
But the point is they pushing that masculine energy to the women, whereas you being independent as a woman, that's not natural. You're supposed to be dependent, a helpmate to a man.
No, you supposed to have you supposed to be independent because that's part of being a fucking adult.
Yeah. A woman has a
But
part, the man
that's
has
part
a
of being an adult, but part of being an adult also is being a helpmate to a man.
That's if you want to be in a
Procreate.
relationship.
That's
But-
You know,
but
if you want a
what are we
marriage
here
or a
for?
relationship, I understand what you're saying.
What are we here for?
Everybody,
being an adult-
everybody don't believe they're
Right.
here for the same
Right.
Same
If you
reason.
want to live and
But
be single for the
ultimately-
rest of your life, that's your business. You
Yeah.
know. But if you want a relationship or a marriage or whatever you want to call it these days, you know, you have to be interdependent or codependent upon one another.
But motherfuckers use that
Strength
independent
and
shit
weaknesses.
to try to debunk being in a relationship.
Yeah, that's
Like
not a fact.
if you know that you're supposed to be in a relationship, why are you using a platform to say that you independent? You only saying that because you know that you're supposed to be in a fucking relationship. Otherwise, who gives a fuck what you do?
You know what happens? It appeals to female emotionalism.
Yeah.
You got these guys, Steve Harvey, Derek Jackson, all these guys, they appeal to,
Yeah.
they say the things women want to hear.
Wanna hear.
And because they say the things that women want to hear, they can
Well, they
sell
trying
them
to
books,
give them
t-shirts,
Yeah,
they can
all
sell
that
them
shit.
merch, they can get rich by telling women
False prophets.
what they want to hear.
Yeah, sound
You
like,
know.
sound like a preacher.
Right? That's same thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
politician.
That's that creationism. Yeah, creation or whatever the fuck they call that
That's
shit.
what we were saying. Like,
I can't wrap my head around.
you, as far as you,
Yeah,
being independent and all of that shit is
You
like
can't either.
it's nothing to even
Yeah,
fathom.
man,
It was an
like
idea.
holding on a badge on your chest.
It's not
So?
it's not a badge of honor because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be it's put
You know
adulthood.
what? You
Right.
know what? You know
Who gives
what
a
I
fuck
know?
if you independent, bitch? Okay, whatever. Find a man and codependent.
Hey, I tell people all the time, when they ask you what you wanted to be as a child, it wasn't to sit on a rich man couch, bitch.
Right.
So being
Be a sugar
independent
baby.
is some shit you thought to be
Yeah.
as a child.
Yeah.
You had your own dreams. You had your own career in line
Right.
with your mind and what way you wanted to go. So independence started as a youth.
Right.
So to say you were independent as an adult, who gives a fuck when that's what the fuck you aspired to be from the gate?
And you got to think about the households that these little girls are growing up in.
Right.
Yeah.
They growing up in single mother households. They got 4 or 5 siblings. They see men in and out mama's house all the time.
Yeah. Blame your mama for your fucking fallbacks, setbacks, whatever.
But at some point, you must take responsibility and accountability for
As
who
an
you
adult.
as an adult when it's all said and done. No matter your background, whatever your backstory is,
Yeah.
you are in control of you right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They will.
So
You are. You
Yeah,
are.
because if you're not, you're a bum.
Yeah.
But you can't call a bitch on Section 8 and welfare and all that
Yeah.
shit a bum.
But she can say she's independent while
But she
she's
can
getting
say,
all these
Government
Yeah.
assistance.
assistance. Right.
Exactly. Section 8.
Mhm.
If your rent is $200, you ain't even in that conversation I'm in.
Some of these motherfuckers shit $7.
Yeah. $100.
Yeah.
$7.
Man, if your rent is pennies on the dollar, you don't
Hey,
have
you
no shit to talk about to a man who's paying $900 a month
if you
for
paying
some rent.
$300 for a phone that you can't afford, and your rent is $25.
Yeah.
And gotta make sure the kids get them.
You know.
Yeah.
If every time a random car pull up outside your house, your children gotta have a meeting about who daddy they think it is.
Right.
You know, that's
or don't call him that last nigga name.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the fact that ain't no nigga showing up. If you can live on your own through the government help, like, really, is that really doing it yourself?
That's not being independent.
No.
Yeah, but we was talking about the career, basically more of the career-driven women.
But those lines are blurred, though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But we
blurred.
was talking more about the career-driven women who thinks they have to express that and shit on other men because they are that or have a career.
Or the guys that are 9-to-5 guys that they say are, you know,
have a career.
He can't be a blue collar guy because I got a degree.
Well, let's unpack that. Okay, all the women with degrees that say y'all got all these accolades, are y'all with a man or are y'all still single? That should answer y'all question. Because when it's all said and done, men don't care about what accolades a woman got. All we need is help. Can you help us?
Help in what sense?
Help as being my helpmate. Like being if it's a polarity, we got a positive and a negative in polarity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm positive, I need the negative. I need you to fill in the blanks of the shit that I can't do as a man. It's certain shit that, feminine shit that I can't do to raise a woman. If I got a daughter, I'm gonna need a woman to help me empathize with the shit that a daughter's gonna go through. So I need you as my helpmate, not as my competition, but I need you as a helper to bring in that energy that you have naturally, and the energy that I have naturally is going to breed and blend and get a kid on the right path in this fucking paradigm. I won't even say country. This paradigm that we all living in right now.
The end game for most, I'm gonna speak for heterosexual. I don't know nothing about.
That's all I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah. You want somebody that's cooperative with you.
Yeah.
That's not going to work against you.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's not about a domineering or a dominating type of, situation.
Right.
So instead of being a companion, a lot of black women want to be a black man's competitor.
Right.
I got to show you that I can out masculine you.
Yeah.
I got my degrees, I make this much money, and you really can't do shit for me that I can't do for I can afford anything for myself.
Right.
So what is your purpose of even wanting this union?
Mm-hmm.
Like the baby.
But they try to come at us with that now that they have the careers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, what can you provide for me?
But masculine energy in a woman is only going to attract beta men.
Right.
Feminine women attract alpha men.
And that's talking about the direct effect. Let's talk about the indirect effect. Your offspring. You're only going to reproduce beta men. You're not going to reproduce alpha men if you a woman. It's not in your nature. You can't produce a man that's going to be a real motherfucking stand-up kind of guy if you're a woman by yourself. It's not going to happen.
I can kind of agree with what you're saying there. The reason I would say that is that women can't teach, a black woman can't teach a boy to be a man. She can only teach him to be submissive to mama. Because in the household, in a single mother household,
right,
mama is law. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, what happened when Ricky go outside
when he goes
with his
out
brother
into
Doughboy
society
and his niggas, his goons,
Correct.
you can only teach him so much. You can baby him all you want to, but when it's time for him to go out into the rest of the niggas who is like really, really men, that's out here.
Part of manhood, the transition from boyhood to manhood is getting from up under your mom.
You can't teach
you don't need your mama's approval for everything.
Exactly.
You know, that's part of becoming a man.
That's what I got out of Boys in the Hood. Like, a lot of motherfuckers got the wrong aspect of, oh man, Boys in the Hood was this and that. Like, if you understand, it was about Trey, but the bigger picture was more about Ricky and Doughboy. Because at the end of the day, the mama was a single mama, right? She didn't have a job. So the point is she babied Ricky. She didn't baby Doughboy.
She favored Ricky because
she babied him. He was the youngest,
athlete,
and he was, and she probably liked his daddy more. But the point of what I'm making is she was dominion over their life. So when it was time for Ricky to come into those conflicts of coming up with his brother and his boys, and then coming up against tension with his school, he didn't know what to do. Remember, he was like, I'm going to the military. I'm just going to go in and enlist.
But you see,
and
what
Trey
happened,
was trying to like, nah, man.
right,
that
the
shit
opposite.
ain't for us.
When he got to go live
Because Trey
with
had
his
a
father.
daddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trey had a father. He's like, nah, nigga, that military ain't for no black man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't do that shit. But Ricky didn't know what to do because he had a single mom there. And then he ended up having a kid early. So not only did you got a single mom, but nigga, you made her a grandma before you graduated high school. So now the dynamic is you gotta be that nigga to run that ball to get us out the projects. Because not only did I birth you and I fucked up as his mama did, she didn't do a good job, obviously. But now I didn't do a good enough job to even teach you not to nut in a woman who you can possibly have a kid with. So now, nigga, you a teenager with the kid. So I didn't do a good job as a mama, and I didn't tell you because I didn't know.
Listen, man, I can't.
I'm
really
not just
say
talking about that indirectly, that family, but it's black families that niggas got kids by the time they graduate high school.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is going on. So if a single mom can't give you that male's perspective of, yeah, nigga, pussy is good. But nigga, guess what? Put a rubber on your dick. Because nigga, especially if you an ass. So nigga, what you need to do is not nut up in a woman. Any woman. You dig what I'm saying?
10 toes down, baby. I was always told. You gotta watch out for these hoes. And keep your eye on your foes. Cause they all wolves underneath they clothes. Man, I'm down like 4 flats. A real nigga since way back. All I need is a cush sack and a sexy chick to kick back with. We can politic and blow a split and kick some real shit, baby. They call me Cognac, and I remain one of the greatest MCs from this side of the Mississippi. Not arrogant, but a little cocky.